Hello and welcome everyone. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for being here at my live stream on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time unless I'm on vacation or something else comes up, but generally I'm live or I have a premiere video that you can come and watch. If you're watching this as a replay after the live stream has ended and you're on a computer, you can look for the little gear at the bottom of the screen and change the speed. If you're on a mobile device, generally the three little dots at the top, you can use those to change the playback speed to get through it a little faster, because generally my live streams last around 2 to 2.5 hours. I want to thank Robin for being my moderator and administrator and note taker throughout the live stream. She is generally my one right-hand woman, if you will, and I am so thankful to have her. She also is an administrator of the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Occasionally, if she's not available, one of the other administrators will come over and help me, or a friend will help me moderate the video today. If you have questions, please feel free to put those in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those questions. If I don't see it, please ask again. Or if you know the answer to somebody's question, please answer it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share with us by saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and this is what I do on it. You won't be able to share a link, but you can at least talk about your YouTube channel. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you are having a great day, let us know. But honestly, we don't want the negative, what is going on in the world right now, because we are here to escape that, to be inspired, to be friendly, and have some fun. During the live stream, you have an opportunity to earn junk bucks. You can type !bucks to see how many that you have once Junkie Joe is up, because this is preliminary and I've pre-recorded this. Once you have 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those by typing a word and you can get a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, chatting with us. So make sure that you speak up in the chat so that Junkie Joe registers that you're here, and by playing the in-chat games, and then also whenever you make donations. Occasionally I have raffles. In fact, right now there should be Junkie Joe coming up. You can type !raffle just as that says, and you can enter the raffle to win 200 junk bucks. If you make a donation during my live stream, do go over to my website at lindaisrael.com. You can see the name scrolling across the bottom here, and create a user account. Once you've created a user account on my website, make sure that you use the contact me form and say, hey, my name is on YouTube and I donated, and then I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website. What does that do? Well, a member of my website in the YouTube donator membership gets 5% off orders in my shop, gets several digital downloads for free, and during the live stream when you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I raffle off at the very end. Throughout the live stream, I will have different raffles giving away prizes. If you will type !raffle when you see those come up, then you can have a chance to win those items. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for being here today. When the video is over, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about today's video, or if you have questions and you're watching this as a replay, use that comment section down below. Also, look in the description box to links to the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, as well as by Linda Israel, my Instagram, Twitter, my website, and generally I try to update the products that I use, and those links are in the description box as well. All right, well, let's get started. Hello, hello, hello. I think, oh, my camera's a little off kilter there. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are y'all today? I hope that you are well, that you're having an amazing start to your week on a Monday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I greatly appreciate you hanging out and being supportive. If you would, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends so they can come hang out with us too. Hey, April. Diane is here in place of Robin because she had to work. Margie, thank you so much for being here. Julie, hello, Julie. And Cheryl, welcome. I'm glad you're finally able to be here. Yay. So here's the deal. I came home from vacation and I had to work yesterday for my real job, not my play job, as Henry likes to say, or my second job, which is doing the art stuff. And so I didn't have a lot of time to prep for whatever we were going to do today. And I was actually talking to someone and they had asked me a question about making a large journal. And that got me inspired to come home and grab a few supplies that I knew I had handy. And here's what we're going to do. Today I'm going to start the process and then possibly, depending on what y'all's feedback is, I'll finish it next week or we'll do heart items, not necessarily Valentine, but heart items next Monday. So I need to know when I get going here if you want me to continue next week or if you want to see heart stuff. So here's what I've got. I have a book that was gutted. In fact, I believe most of the pages were used in the Under the Sea subscription box that I offer in my shop. And so the gal that helps me gut the pages saved the covers for me. And this is a nice sturdy cover that measures about maybe a little bit less, more than 9.5 inches wide. And it is approximately 12 inches tall. And it has about a 1.5-ish inch spine. And so my thought was I would make journal pages that are large that would fit in here. For example, they're going to be 18 inches when they're flat. Folded in half, they'll be 9 inches. And then from top to bottom, I decided to make them 11.75 so that the pages will fit within the cover. I will do a separate video that I'll record and speed up so you guys don't have to watch me during a live on covering this cover to match my eclectic theme. So wanted to show you kind of the reasoning behind what I was doing. So here's what I did. I have some dictionary pages that I cut it to be 11.75 inch tall, and they were already 9 inches wide. So now, since my book didn't come out as full sheets, now you may get lucky and unbind a book that when you pull the pages out, they stay intact. So you don't have to do this step. But this is a great step if you're wanting a larger page for your journal than what you have in front of you. So maybe you're dealing with a bunch of little scraps and you want to figure out a way to use those. Well, one of those ways is by pasting them together. So I cut this piece off the bottoms. So I'm going to use these. I couldn't get my words out. I'm going to use this. I've got Aleene's tacky glue. So I'm just going down this strip and I'm going to glue these two pages together. Can't wait. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, more to pet. Exactly, Margie. More to pet. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I'm always trying to get other projects out of the way. So I thought, well, I can work on this today. So there's one strip, okay? And then I'm going to take this piece and cut it. I'll save that scrap for later, and I'll glue this one down. So what I've just done, or I am doing, is created a foundation page that I will glue other papers on top of. So it doesn't really matter the weight of this paper. Mine is a thin dictionary page. If you want to use thicker paper, do so. But I know that I'm going to be pasting paper on both sides, so it'll actually be 3 layers of paper. So this is going to become a very sturdy page. Now, what I'm going to do is lay this aside because I want this glue to dry before I fold it in half. So, move that up there, save it for another time. Here's what I did. I went ahead and folded pages in half just so I could kind of get that first fold started, and it'll be easier to fold once I put all the papers on. And then I just grabbed a selection of things that I wanted to use on this journal. So I'm going to move a couple of things out of the way. I'm getting these pockets ready to use. I was letting the glue dry. I'm going to sew around those later, but I'm going to set this over here for now. All right, so here's what I've got. Oh wait, I want to move this aside. And there was another page. Here it is. I want that and this one. So I just grabbed a few pages that I thought would be pretty together. And now what I want to do is kind of look at all these pages. I had a magazine. I happen to have one. I hardly have any magazines left in the house, but I went back and looked in one of my storage places, and I happened to find one from 2007. It was a Better Homes and Gardens, what do you call this? Magazine. And so I tore out a few pages because I like the colors. I'm going to cover up some of this stuff with pockets, but it's okay that it's, you know, pretty patterns in the background. You like the idea of a bigger journal? It's a lot of fun, I think, to be able to have that. Yeah, so I've got some gel prints. These are some of Norella's digitals. I think that was from the Purple Pansy, and I'm not sure, but this might be, I don't know if that's from her Whimsical. It's a thin piece of paper, but, and then here's another magazine image. I've got some sheet music. I have some scrapbook paper, some more gel prints. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to move these over here. These are my big pieces that I need to really cut up, that I did not cut up ahead of time, which I should have. But I've got these pieces here. So I was thinking, well, if I put one up here, this will be on the other side. So maybe do something, I don't know, maybe we'll put that one in the bottom like that. So then I need to fill in around those. I just realized I'm missing, or I have this page, okay. I have this coloring book page, and I think what I want to do is cut it. So how about, do I want to make it, you know, I have to think about it sometimes. So let's cut, how wide is it? It is 8 inches. So I'm going to cut a 4-inch strip. So what if I put a piece of that coloring book page, and I'm okay that there's a gap. I'll end up covering that up, but it's kind of like a Franken page. It was my thought anyway. So I have this piece of book page that is turned into a gel print. And if I make that like there, look here, it covers up the text on there. So now I need something for there. So what else do I have here? Let's see. I do have this music. Is it tall enough? It is tall. Nope, it's not. But if I do it this way, it might be a good piece to put over there. I just realized I'm not completely in picture here for you. Is that better? Can you kind of see everything? All right, so now I need something down here and across the bottom. So again, I'm going to look through all my papers that I have here. You know, like something like that would be good. And I have some strips. So I have my basket here of papers. Like this one would be kind of pretty because it goes with the pink, and I may even kind of slide this up to cover that a little bit. And then I need a piece to go right here at the bottom. So again, this is a great way to use up all those strips of paper that you may have. Okay, I like that. All right, let me move my paper cover out of the way for a moment. Don't need the basket. Did you all see my video last week on making my accordion fold, or finishing my accordion fold journal. It's one of my first unfinished objects. That's going to be a project that I'll continue to do. So if you did see that, thanks for watching. If you haven't, it's up there recorded so you can watch that. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And again, I'm just using Aleene's tacky glue. I have people ask me every once in a while, how come my glue flows quite easily? Well, I put about, maybe a tablespoon of glue after I've used some, so there's a little bit of space to do so, and I shake it really well. And then I buy the big bottles of Aleene's tacky glue, and I will refill this bottle, and then when I go to refill it, I'll just put about a tablespoon of water in, and then fill it the rest of the way with glue, but leave a little space so I can shake it. And then I'll shake it, and it will make it a little bit thinner, okay? You loved it. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Diane, for being there and watching that video. All right, so now I want to put some pieces. I think I can do something like this. I want to cover that up, and I was going to do it this way, but maybe, do I want to, sometimes I like to conserve papers so I can use them again in other areas. Okay, so what I'm going to do is glue this piece down in the corner here. And magazine papers can be rather thin, so again, don't use a whole lot of glue. You just want a little bit at a time. I haven't been doing a lot of collaged pages. That's kind of what I call this, is a collaged page. Now, if you like to tear your pages, tear them. If you like to keep them pretty straight, you can do that as well. You could also use like washi tape in between. Question, sorry, I didn't see the question. Let me go down. Combine, whoop, whoop. Linda, have you ever had the paint that is dry on the gel plate peel off onto the brayer when brayering another color over it? Well, yes, that means you're brayering too much, and so you're peeling the paint back up. You waited too long to brayer it. So you want to make sure, number one, that your first layer is dry to the touch so it's not coming up, and then you want to be quick about putting the next layer and only brayer it very minimally, because the more you brayer it, the more it's going to start soaking down into that other layer of paint, and it'll peel right up before you get done. Yeah, coloring book pages, junk journal fodder. Yeah, use those coloring book pages, especially if you've colored them. Go ahead and use those. All right, so I'm thinking like this, and then this piece will go here. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to move this over. So I'm going to flip this. No, I'm going to leave it like this. Okay, I don't want this excess over here, and I don't want to have to deal with this big piece of paper when I go to cut it. So I'm just going to mark where I want it to be cut, and then I'll cut these pieces off. Now, if you want to use your ruler and tear it, you can do that. I don't know, I prefer straight edges. I'm weird like that. So, and I'll save those because they can become a filler somewhere else. So this piece can go here. I didn't put distress inks around this page, so let's add a little bit. I did on this one. Well, yeah, if you don't have the patience to color them, then cut them up and use them in your journals. You're very welcome. Okay, so we'll put that right there. I'll glue this one down. Okay, glue this one in place.
All right, so I want this piece to go here. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want to cut this piece so that when this piece is here, and then use this piece to fill in, and I'm seeing that I've got a gap. See here? I don't have enough space. So I think I'm going to do this instead. So move that up there, and then find another piece of paper that can go right here. And I saw, wrong bucket. Wrong bucket. Got to pick the right bucket to. Oh, there's some pink. What else do I have here? I've got some different blues. That one's not tall enough. Poop-a-doo, poop-a-doo, poop-a-doo. Maybe this one? Is that too much pink next to each other? I don't know, maybe. All right, I like that. I don't need this one right now. All right, so I'm going to line this up where I want it and then go like this. And so that I don't go too little, I'm going to make it a little bit wider and cut this piece. Okay, so this piece will go up here. Okay. And then this piece, I want to butt up against that one. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn it over for a moment and butt these up together, and then use my pencil again to cut a piece off. Let's go over here, cut this piece off. And then you're creating more little pieces so you can use them in different spots. Okay, I like that. So this piece is going to go here and cover up that piece. And I want this piece in the corner here. So I'm going to come down just a smidge and make a line and cut it. All right, so that piece, you can see we got a little piece we can use somewhere else. And then this piece is going to go here. So I think what I'll do is cut this piece. Oops, I moved it over. I didn't mean to do that yet. Go like that. And go like this. All right, marked it. Okay, I gotta look up now. Hey, Amanda Dawn, welcome. All right. So now let's add some distress inks to where I cut the papers and glue some of these down before I move on and I miscut something. Okay, so this piece will go there. I'll glue that into place. I think it's better if you glue a piece of paper that's bigger that goes across where your fold is going to be. If you make a piece that goes right up to your fold, you want to make sure that it's perfectly right up to that fold. Otherwise, when you go to bend your page, it'll curl and it's kind of a bulky piece. But if you make it extend beyond where you need to fold it, then it will lay flatter, okay? Hey, Cricket. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, you got to take care of your family. That's important. All right, so this one's going to go here. So I'll glue this one in place. So today what I'm going to do is I'll glue the papers all over both sides, and then we will look at decorating that page with pockets. I think I'm also going to do a flip out on one of the pages. We'll see how that comes together here in just a moment. Okay, so we got that side pretty much together. You can kind of see the patterns there. And don't get hung up on what's below, because you're going to glue, well, if you do like I'm doing, I'm going to glue pockets over the top of this. So I'm not going to really pay attention too much to where things are coming together, because when I put my pocket on, you'll see pieces of this below that, okay? All right, so this piece is going to go here, and I think I need to put some distress inks on its edges. I just like the way that looks. You don't have to put distress ink, but you can. Well, hello, Morgan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just got back from vacation. All right, so we're going to put this across here and glue that into place. Make sure I go ziggy zaggy backy forthy. All right, so I'm going to line this up with the edge. Now, if you don't want to line it up with the edge, you don't have to. You can just slap it down any old way you want and then come back in and trim off the edges. I'm just trying to make it a little bit easier to maneuver. All right, and then this piece we're going to put right here. Oh, I did get it too small. Did I pick up the wrong piece? No. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So I have this piece. What else do I have here? Oh, that's too matchy-matchy right there. Good intentions don't always happen the way you want. All right, so what if we did that? And I have a smaller piece of the music now, but I also have some of these other pieces that I didn't use. And maybe this piece, we'll use it over here, and we'll just put another piece on top of it. Okay, that works. All right, so again, don't cut this too short, Linda. Just want to make it a little bit longer than I need. Cut it like that. Okay, thank you so much. I'll check my email probably tomorrow when I have to go to work. All right, so this piece is going to go here, and that piece is going to go there. All right, that works. What else do we have that we could put down here? I saw another 1-inch little strippy. Oh, here we go. Here's another little piece, so we could put it there. All right. I'm going to add some distress inks to these pieces. Okay, I'll lay that one down. I think I'm going to kind of center it between the two spaces there. Okay. And then add it right here. Oopsie, it slid on me. Don't do that. Okay. Okay, and then this piece, I'm just going to use my scissors and cut it. So I'm going to fold it first, just where I want it. And use my scissors. Add a little distress ink, and then lay that piece there. How's that? It's okay to change your mind, or if you cut your paper the wrong size, just make it work. Okay. Lay the scraps over here. All right, so we're going to do this piece. So I'm going to lay it here, and then this piece should go right on top. All right, so I'm going to lay this one down first. Like so. My bone folder kind of smooth that. Oh, thank you, Margie, for your donation. I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got to use up these scraps. Okay, like that. And then this piece, I think I'm going to put right here. So I'm just going to glue it down in that spot. And then I'll cut off the excess. So kind of slide that up to the edge. All right, and then cut this off. All right, so we got pieces left over. So I'm just going to slide those over here, okay? And you see how that came together? be a big page, right? So I'm going to flip this over and do the other side. So this time I've got Calico Collage image here. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. And maybe use one piece over there. Maybe use one piece down there. I didn't use this piece earlier. So let's see, what if we were to put it kind of going across the bottom? Just filling in the space. I have another coloring book page. All right, so which side? Because the coloring book page is right in the middle. But I think I could do something like that. That looks pretty good. And that goes there. I need to add some distress inks to that piece as I moved it. Okay. Put that up there. I think that one needs some distress inks as well. Let's see what else I have here. I have this bright pink. I have this scrapbook paper. I don't know, maybe a corner down there, or maybe we can find one that's already cut, like this piece is already cut smaller. Maybe we'll put that down there to cover that corner. I have a bigger piece of sheet music that we could use. Let's not do it upside down, unless that's what you want. And then maybe just a strip. Find something that's already kind of cut. Ooh, what about that piece? Now remember, I'm going to put other things on top of these, so I'm not really worried if the pattern's too plain or if it's too busy, because really I'm going to end up covering it up a little bit with pockets and whatnot. Okay. Oh yeah. Do the challenge in the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. In fact, I can kind of lay a few of these. These are some of the clusters I made, and we'll probably use some of those today. They're kind of handy to have if you pre-make them. So if you just take a day, a couple of hours, an hour, 30 minutes, whatever time you have, and sit down and make some clusters out of your scraps. Maybe you had some fussy cut images from cutting them out of digital prints, or rubber stamped images, or even magazine images or book pages. You know, find all those little pieces that you have and put them to use and make little pieces of ephemera that you can use in your journals. Okay. I'm just going ahead and doing all the edges, even though I know I'm going to cut some of them. Now, I am not putting writing spaces permanently mounted to the page. My idea was that I would make journal cards that would fit into the pockets. I would have some oversized journal cards, maybe even a journal insert or two that we would put in here. Oh, good, Julie. I think I saw, I didn't get a chance to comment on them, but I got a notification about the event, so I went and looked real fast and saw some really cool clusters that some of y'all have already made for the challenge. If you haven't seen it, check it out over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. It'll be in the, what is it, the pinned posts at the top of the Facebook page, Facebook group. You can also find it if you go to my page at Linda Israel on Facebook. I have pinned it to the top. Okay, so what I want to do is lay that there, and I want to cut it so it'll be a little smaller. Yes, the dragonflies are in Norella's shop. Yes. They're fussy cut dragonflies, I think is what she called them. Where is Norella? She said she was going to be here today. She must be busy. She forgot, I bet. Somebody needs to message her. All right, so I'll put that up there. Okay. Okay. I think I want to put a flip out page on this side. So I'm going to stop before I get all the way over here in just a moment. So I want to put this paste down, and I think I want this over the top of that piece. And then this piece will go here, and I'll cut this piece to be smaller to fit. And then this piece will go down there. But I don't want to put these two pieces down yet, but I'm going to go ahead and put these two pieces down. Hey Eric, how are you? Welcome. Haven't seen you in the chat in a while. Hope you are well. I like using these gel prints that I've had forever, and some of them are brand new that I created not too long ago, and also using some of the digital prints. Some of these I print them with the idea that I'm going to use them, and then I always print extras, and if they don't get used, they just kind of get put in a pile. So I'm using up all of them that I can. All right, I'm going to slide this down and then make a cut. I didn't come back sick from my vacation. I sprayed the room with Lysol. I wiped down all the surfaces before we basically took possession of the room. And I tried to stay away from people as best as I could. Now my allergies are bothering me since we got home. It seems like we were perfectly fine until we hit the Texas-Oklahoma border when we were driving home, and I could just feel my nose tickle. I was sneezing a couple of times, and so I've been taking some antihistamines to help with that. Okay, slide it over. I'm going to put it over just a smidge. Okay, bone folder. All right, so before I glue these two pieces down, I want to attach another piece to make a page that flips out. And I just set them aside. There it is. So I've already cut this book page to be a little bit shorter than the same size. And I know that it's going to be shorter when I fold it in, but what I need to do is decorate this side, and then I'm going to glue it down so that it's already decorated, and then we'll kind of decorate into this page. So what do I want to put on this side? Well, I saw the dancing dragonflies laying in my stash. Norla has put, I've told her not to do it on some of my kits now. She put kind of where you're supposed to fold it in the middle. So I'm going to cut that, which should be right at 5.5 inches. Make sure I got my, there we go. So now I've got those two pieces. So I'm thinking I want to put something on here, and then I need to fill in around there. I have a piece of blue paper. What if I measure right here? So this is going to be about, let's make it 3.25 inches. And I'll cut a strip that can go across the page here. So we're getting a little bit of the blues, and then we've got this space there. I have this pink that I thought would be really bright and pretty if we used it right there. So let's measure this portion. So if I cut it at a little over 3.5 inches long, just so that I have a little bit extra to go to the edge. So that would go right there. What do you think? And we keep it pretty simple because I want to put a pocket over this later. So if I audition a couple of pieces to figure out which one would work better, I think maybe that lighter color. We'll see. Okay. So let's add some distress inks to this piece. I'm going to move my paper cutter for a moment. I guess I could have kept it out and cut this piece. I'm going to turn that over to the back side. To the dark side. No, not the dark side. All right, then I'm just going to cut this here and then flip this over. And I'm going to come up just a little bit extra. Okay, so that piece will go there. And this piece will go across the bottom. Now, if you like the stitched look on your papers, you could do one of two things. You could decorate one side, and like I do my Franken pages, go in and sew over the papers to give that stitches. You could also use the rubber stamps to make the lines between each of your little images. You could also take these individual pieces of paper and stitch around them before you glue them down so that you get the look even though it doesn't really serve any purpose. You like the colors? Thank you so much. You like the pink? Thank you, Julie. I don't know what I'm having for supper yet. Henry and I didn't talk about it. All right, so I'm going to glue this one up here. That one's going to go right there. And this one's going to go across the bottom. These were gel prints that I made. Just ate pizza rolls. Aw, I understand that. I don't know if Henry's watching. Maybe he'll stop and pick up a chicken. We've been going to our local Homeland that we have. It's a grocery store, and they sell roasted chickens or oven-baked chickens for like $10. And you can't even buy a raw chicken for $9 and some odd cents. So why expend the energy to cook it if you can buy one already cooked? All right, just smoothing that out. I'm going to trim this off right here. Okay. And then let's glue this piece across the bottom. And then we will do, we'll buy the bagged salad sometimes and eat it with the salad. Sometimes we'll do vegetables like broccoli and cheese, or he'll buy a package of stovetop stuffing because, you know, I'm a product of the 80s and so we ate that a lot. Margie says you're going to just reach in the freezer and see what you get out. You have without looking. Well, you obviously know what's in there because you bought it, so hopefully it was good stuff. Okay, smoothing it out. All right, and then we'll put this piece right here over the top of that. Okay. Glue it down. We're gonna glue it down. Okay. All right, so this piece is going to be adhered on top of this page. So when it folds over, we'll have that piece. I think what I want to do before I glue it down is I want to score this just so that it'll fold a little bit easier. It's wet, so I have to be careful when I score it that I don't press too hard or you'll rip the paper. It's got glue on it. Okay. And I'm trying to decide if I want to use a different image on this side because I don't have to have, you know, back-to-back images. Okay, so this is basically, in theory, going to go here. and will flip out and have stuff on the other side. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to glue this down right now, and that way when I go to glue the other pieces over the top, it'll help secure that flap into place. All right, so I'll line it up with the edge, slide it into place. Okay, smooth it out. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this piece maybe in this corner. I'm going to change my mind. And I may get a different piece so that when you flip this over, do we want to see that piece inside? Or should I get something different to put in that same spot? I have a whole bunch of printed papers here, so I'm going to grab a stack of them behind me and see if there's something that's kind of different. It's got a pretty pattern. So what if we use that, and then we'll have this one over here. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to change it up. Change it up! All right, so I'm going to cut this one in half. Okay. Like so. If y'all haven't already gotten into the raffle, please do so. Robin had to work today. She messaged me this morning and said that 2 people called in sick today. I think it's called Monday sickness, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Susie, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, by the way, those of you who have donated to me, if you haven't already gone over to my website at lindaisrael.com and create a user account there, then use the contact me form on my webpage and tell me, hey, Linda, I have created a account and I donated on YouTube, and then I can then add you to my YouTube donator membership on my website, which gives you some free digital downloads. I have quite a few gel prints that I've made and a few other things. All right, so I'm going to line this up with the edge up here as best I can. Make sure I'm not getting too much in my crease there. Okay. What do we got here? So, somebody's sending me a message. Okay. It's nothing. Good. Yay. I'm glad it's nothing. I don't want that. Go away. All right. All right, so I'm going to put this one over here. And I think what I want to do is put this piece going all the way across. So I'm going to cut it. Okay. Created another scrap. Oh, Lori, thank you so much. I got the package. Where did I just put it? I got a package of book pages from you, and now I don't see where I put it. I had it laying out so I could say, look what I got. Really? I just had it. I probably covered it up with something. Oh, that's where it is. It was covered up. I'll have to. She sent me all of these really cool pages. Look at that. I think this is a kid's book or something. Isn't that cool? Fun, fun, fun images. There's Spanish, teaching Spanish. There's some hymnals, some really old papers. Like it looks like a calendar, maybe a cookbook. some old book pages, some more music. Looks like some gardening pages. And that's fish pages, fishy, fishy. Some more dictionary pages. So thank you. I always like the variety, especially when y'all send me a little something and I can figure out pieces I can use. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm going to lay this over here. Okay, so I know this piece I'm going to put here. This piece we're going to put down here. So I am going to line this up and then cut off that little strip. Okay. All right, that's going to go there. So I need a piece to go up here, and I need to trim this piece. So let's see what we've got here. Okay. Okay, where is it? Okay, I gotta find the spot. There we go. All right, so that piece is gonna go right in there. And then we need a piece to go in here and across there. Okay. You like it? You liking the patterns and putting all the things together? All right, glue that piece down. I'm kind of looking at my papers as I'm gluing to see what else I can put over here. Okay. This is going to be, I think, a multi-day project. Multi-day project. Okay, I like that. I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down. Kind of handy to have scrapbook paper around. Hey, Norella! Yay! Where have you been, little lady? So glad you're here. Norella, I can't remember which page this is from. I don't remember if it's not Grandma's Garden. I cannot remember which page this is from, but maybe she knows. Yay! Thank you so much. I love using Norella's stuff. Okay, so this is going to go over here. So I need a piece to go in this area. We used some pink on the flippy out. What else do I have here? I've got some more gel prints. I've got some more scrappy scraps. I've got this piece of blue. That might be kind of pretty. And I've got a piece of pink. But maybe, is that one? Look, looky there. That actually fits in that hole. Look at that. All right, so here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to go from here, kind of lining this up. I want it to go past just a smidge, so I'm just going to make a line. Oh, did you see my new nails? I got some new polish finally, so I could do more of a nude look and then did the glitter at the tips. Busy Monday afternoon, yeah. Just to tell everybody, leave you alone. We're good, we're good. I just got back from vacation. It was nice. We got away on a cruise. Got to hang out with Henry. All right, so let's add some distress inks to this piece. This is one of my digital gel prints. So I took a bunch of my gel prints and scan them in. Which reminds me, I need to send Norella a bunch of them so we can work on using some of those in my next kit. Okay, I think that one's going to go up there. This right here. So this piece, I'm going to go ahead and glue down so that when I glue this piece, it kind of overlaps on top of it. Just a little bit. You love the glitter? Well, it's funny. The glitter, I went to the dollar store, Dollar Tree is what we call it, and over in their higher aisle, I guess you could say, that has things more than $1.25, they had items for resin. So this was glitter that you're supposed to use in resin, but knowing what I know about making fingernail embellishments, I knew that that is the same stuff that I could buy for my fingernails, and it was actually a pretty good price. It was $3, and they had a whole bunch of different colors of this glitter. So it's kind of like little hexagon pieces and then tiny little pieces of flakes and then little bitty glitters. I don't know, I thought it was pretty. Okay, so this piece is going to go here. And this piece is going to go up here. I think I'll just glue this down and let it overlap. That'll be fine. Let it overlap. It's okay. Okay, so this gel print went here. It's kind of like this little piggy went to the market. Did you ever realize, you know, this piggy went wee, wee, wee all the way home, but this little piggy went to market? Do you know what that means? That that little piggy was eaten. He became food. I know it's a dark fairy tale or nursery rhyme. I guess you could say nursery rhyme. That's what I meant to say. Nursery rhyme. What's everybody been working on? I forgot to ask that at the beginning. I did find in my stash another accordion fold journal that I had started, and what I did was I was going to put in the accordion gaps. I kind of made it about a quarter of an inch gussets, I guess you could say, between each accordion page. That was how the accordion's put together, and maybe even half an inch. And I'm going to put journal pages in that area. I think it'll be cool. All right, so here is our page. I know this is my line here, so I'm just going to take this portion and fold it. And then I'll take this piece and fold it over. So these are big pages. Okay, go like that, crease it. So we get to our journal page and we would open this out, and then there's going to be other pages, and then when we get to this page, it'll open out that way. So we've got this really nice thing going on. All right, so now what I need to do is add some pockets and embellish it a little bit. And believe it or not, I didn't have a bunch of pockets pre-made. I had a couple. So I'm going to, pardon me, look here. There's my fussy cut pieces. I have this one that I made a while back. Let's see how this would look. If I were to put this on a page, I don't know, do I want to put this one right here? And then we'll have this little writing space there. Or is there another spot that we should put it? I think I'm kind of liking it over here. So this was a book page that I painted with some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist, and then I added some little lace trim that I had, and I just made a little pocket. So I think I'm going to glue that down. All right, y'all enter the raffle if you haven't already. Vintage calico papers. Oh, St. Patrick's, Easter, small ephemera, and a few more books. Oh, good, good, good. They were asking a week ago when I was doing the unicorn image if you would turn those and maybe all your Victorian animals into an ephemera book, Norella. I think that would be really good. Maybe even put pattern papers that they could choose if they wanted the image or the pattern paper on the back side of the images, since your book pages are two-sided. All right, so I'm going to put this one right here, I think. Kind of hold that down. Okay. I like that. All right, so this one's going to go in here. Maybe we need to put a little something down here in the corner. Let me see. Oh, you know what? We have these clusters that if we look at them, maybe I could add another piece of paper behind that to be a pocket. Yeah, that would be a great idea. Well, good. See? An ephemera book of critters. Exactly, critters. All right, so we've got a little bit of some purple up there that we can see when we move the card out of the way. We have a teal piece here. So what color? Maybe a pink? Let me see what this would look like to make a little tuck spot. Okay, so I'm going to get a book page. I just saw some. Here we go. Slide this over here for a moment. So I'm going to glue this gel print to another book page so that it is a little bit sturdier for making our pocket. And I'm going to try to position it so that I have a little bit of a strip that I can use to fold over. So I'm going to kind of move it over a little bit. Okay, trying to make it as straight as I can. And smooth that out. I'll flip it over because this paper is a little bit thicker. And use my bone folder. Okay, so there. Now I'm going to take my paper cutter and I want to cut this. I'm going to cut the top so that I have a little bit of a strip. And I'm going to cut this side so I have a little bit of a strip. Ah, I slid that over and I didn't mean to. Okay, that's okay. So this piece is going to go on here. So what I want to do is cut this. Maybe not that. Thank you, Norella, for your donation. I greatly appreciate your supporting me. You're just an amazing lady. All right, so I'm going to cut this piece here. And I think what I'm going to do is cut this maybe a little bit shorter. There. And see, since I made this little piece, I've got a tiny, tiny little tuck spot that I can use. Okay, this will go in my pocket folder. This is just strips of paper. All right, so lay that over here. I got this piece, so I'm going to fold this in. And I think, let's go to the sewing machine. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the raffle. Y'all enter the raffle. And I'm going to draw a winner that's going to get 200 junk bucks. Junk bucks, if you didn't see the beginning, are a digital currency that you earn while you're here during my live stream. And when you get to 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those for a $10 coupon off in my store. All right, so let me grab a thingy or two. Okay, do that. There we go. Okay, so What did Amanda say? Let's see. Man, I find it easier to get all the pages out by removing the cover first, but I have a few that I just like to look at too. Gotcha. Well, yeah, on the ephemera books that Norella makes, the best thing I could tell you to do is cut the cover off with like a craft knife and then slowly slice down the page, and that way you can get all the pages out, or you can tear them one at a time and keep the book in there, but you are going to get jagged edges, okay? All right, let's pick a winner of 200 junk bucks, and that winner is Cricket. Congratulations. I will add those to your account after the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cricket. All right, so this is some goodies. What is this? Fussy cut images from Jennifer's not here. I'll have to message her. I hope she's okay. I know she's been working on moving. So Jennifer gave me a whole bunch of things that she had left over that she kind of made up into some little packets. So this is a whole little packet of some fussy cut images that she cut out, or stickers that she had in her stash that she didn't use. Some, looks like maybe some ephemera pieces. So I'll put that over here. All right, now we're going to go to the sewing machine here in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and add some distress inks to that edge just a little bit. And what I'm going to do at the sewing machine is I want to add some stitches, since I have some stitches on this piece and then I didn't put any stitches on the actual page. Well, let's just add some by adding little things. Oh yeah, because you have more than you can ever use. Yeah, you got to use it, Manda. All right, let's go over to the sewing machine. All right, so I have it set up to be a zigzag stitch with black thread in the upper and the lower, and a regular needle. I do say to use a new thread, not your really old thread, because it'll break on you. And what else? Oh yeah, you want the glue to be dry. If you glued papers together that you're going to sew upon, you want to make sure that it's dry before you start sewing, okay? All right, so I want this to have stitches all the way around. So I'm just going to grab a hold of the corner here, and I've got it set for zigzag, go down the edge. Don't be afraid to use your sewing machine. Yeah, you'll probably have mistakes. If you don't know how to thread it, just do a Google search. I'm encouraging you to use Google, I know. And put in your machine brand and model number if you don't have your manual, and learn how to thread it, how to work with tension issues, and how to refill your bobbin, because those are mainly the things that everybody needs to know. And then just start playing. You know, get some scraps of paper and set some stitch settings on your machine and play around with it. It's okay if it has boo-boos. That's what makes it handmade looking. I understand, Amanda. I'm kind of doing a little bit of that, a little bit at a time. I'm trying not to add anything to my space right now. In fact, I need to empty it out, and I haven't done that yet. Pardon me. But I am trying to use things that have been in my stash forever. Like for this journal, I've pulled a bunch of things that I've had for a while that I wanted to use, and hopefully I'm trying to get rid of it that way a little bit. Can't see the model number, Margie says. Gotcha, Julie. Gotcha. You like that, Cricket? Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the sewing cam so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is kind of make this a tuck spot on top of here. So that way we can, if we want, stick something right here. Okay, coming in here, smoothing it out. All right, fold that up. So this one should be dry now, so we can slide that into the pocket here. All right, don't mess up on me. Do what I want you to do. Okay, it's a tight fit. Okay, so it doesn't go all the way, doesn't cover it all the way up. That's what I was trying to say. I couldn't get my words out. All right, so this piece, let's put it down here. Yes, it kind of covers up the garden effect, but I think that's okay. Yeah, that's what I would. Well, don't toss it, Julie. Use it for making little nests in your artwork. You know, when you make your clusters, grab a little bit of that thread and put it in there. So you don't have to throw it away. Just don't be frustrated by trying to sew with it. Okay, I like that. So here's where, you know, if you wanted to spend some time using those clusters that you make for the challenge, because you know you're going to, then go ahead and turn them into things. Make journal cards out of them. Turn them into pockets. Turn them into little covers for a mini journal. So kind of use what you have and make something else. And I just thought this. I'm going to grab out of here. I've got some mini journals. That's funny. It's the same image. So maybe this one, since we've got Let's Adventure, Dragonfly. What if we were to put that? I'm making sure I'm getting it fed in all the way. All right, now, why aren't you cooperating with me? Okay. So that kind of, it's going to add a bulk to it, but we got those pieces. And I'm trying to think, maybe we should put some images on here. Move this out of the way. I've got some of Norella's Fussy Cut dragonflies and flowers. What if we put a little piece up there? And we could put something down here too. What about something like that? We've already got the music there. But what if we added another a little piece of music, maybe? I think that kind of washes it out, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? I love to help design organized spaces, but lack the follow-through for your own. Oh, I understand that. Boy, do I understand that. I can give you suggestions, and I can come over and help you, but I can't do my own. What if we did a little bit of this pink? So basically I'm making a cluster, okay? So I've got a little piece here. That kind of looks good together, doesn't it? What else could we use? Let's get some distress ink and distress this little piece. My concept or idea is that I want to make, I think, 9 pages that are kind of like this concept of collaging papers all over it. And just so I can show you my other ideas while I think about that. I took some scrapbook paper that's 12 by 12 and I cut it to be 11 inches tall because I wanted the difference in the height. And then I folded it in half. So I think I may want to collage on the inside of this so that it's thicker paper because it is scrapbook paper. I may even go grab another piece of scrapbook paper and put them back to back. But I thought those would be kind of interesting to glue pockets on for additional writing space. And then I found this calendar that I've had. I don't know what year it was from. It doesn't say. But my brother went to an estate sale or an auction or something and bought this package of things. And what this lady had done is she had saved all of the calendars that had flowers and birds, and she was sketching them. And then I guess she was painting them because I found some painted examples. But I thought those would be really pretty. And I cut them to be a little bit shorter so that if I wanted to, I can make another page where I attach a page to this like we did the first page, and then I would cover the back and then have another page go this way. So I got a few plans here. And I went ahead and I took book pages that I've already got ready, and I've just cut papers, got some digital papers just to kind of get it started of what the design would look like, what I thought would look good together. So this is a tip for you, you know, if you can't sit down to create, but you can spend maybe 15, 20 minutes putting some pieces together, well then grab those papers and put them together and put them in a file folder or paper clip them, or I'm using a cookie sheet and I'm just laying them on top of there so that when I'm ready to use them, I can grab it and start working. Yeah. You love a big journal like this? Well, good. To play with your pretties, but no room now. Yeah. Redo, redo, redo. Okay, so we got that piece there. Got this piece here. I got some words, so we could put a word over that. How about be true to who you are? And that kind of gives us a pretty little cluster that we can put up there. What do you think? I like it. I'm going to glue it down. Thank you, Cricket. Well, yeah, you know, if you can spend just a few minutes grabbing some papers that you see nearby that you think would go well together, just, you know, snatch them up. Oh, thank you, Diane, so much for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then kind of put them in whatever kind of holder that you like to use, and then stack them up. And then you can just grab a stack and sit down and create with those. Do something with it. Make a journal page, make pockets, whatever it is that you want to put in that little pouch, if you will, or folder to work on. Okay, I like that. I saw, and I have a little doily. So Robin's always after me about not using doilies. How about that? I think that makes it a pretty little piece. So let's add some distress inks, and I think we need some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist, don't you? And I haven't used my stamps yet. I pre-stamped a bunch of words. I kind of showed this a couple of weeks ago where I made a 5x7 card, and then I added some pieces of transparency film, and I made pockets. So there's a pocket here and a pocket there, and it's two-sided. And then I just took scraps and strips of paper and stamped a bunch of sentiments. I used my little label stamp, and then this is kind of handy because I can fill it up using the scraps that were laying on my desk, and I have it to put in my journals. All right, so let's grab, oh, I don't have any out. What color of Tattered Angels? Maybe a purple? Let me see if I can find a purple we can use. Let's do, this is Wild Purple from the Wild and Free subscription box. Hopefully it's not clogged up. It might be, oh, I don't have my alcohol in here. Okay. I'm going to use some hand sanitizer to kind of clean the nozzle and see if that will make it go. Nope, not enough. Okay, so you know what? Well, there's a wheel, there's a way. I'm going to grab a paintbrush, and we're going to just paint this. I know I'm off camera here, but that'll add a little bit of color. So if you can't get the nozzle to work and you don't want to have to spend the time to clean it, grab a paintbrush. All right, I'm just trying to do this really fast. I like that it's going to have some different splotches in it. Okay, I cleaned off my brush. Close this up. I'll set that up here to clean. And then I'm going to use my heat tool to dry that. All right. Too early to drink? Oh, sorry. Well, I have to confess, that I was on a beach in Cozumel by 10 a.m. I had a pina colada in my hand while I was looking out at the water. It was my vacation. So, you like to use it as a paint rather than a spray, Norella? Sometimes that's just a better way to use it anyway. Okay, I like that. So we can still see the magazine a little bit behind there. If we take out the journal card, we can see it. Or this is a journal, mini journal. All right, so let's glue this down. Pina colada. I like pina coladas, so they usually, I can get them virgin or I can get them with not very strong alcohol in them. So they were really good. They didn't put, you know, a bunch of alcohol in it trying to make me tipsy. It was just a nice flavor. And I could sit and look out at the ocean. I read my book a little bit. It was a nice day. And then we'll put that right in the middle. How's that? That's what vacations are for, relaxing and enjoying. No, you don't have to worry about or stress about anything. Okay, I kind of like that. What do you think? That's one page. So if we were to get our cover out, one side of the page, so we kind of pretend that this is going to fit right inside here, and then we'll be able to flip this over, and then this will flip out. I think this is called Simple Spring. Is that right? Spring, little daisy. No, Little Daisies. This is from Little Daisies. Okay. Ah, got you. Take a carload to the secondhand store. You know, you could also get you some priority mail boxes that are what is it? Doesn't matter how much it weighs, and fill those full, and then post it online saying, hey, you get a grab bag box for the cost of shipping or the cost of whatever you want to put on it. You know, if you feel that the value is whatever, X amount, you can do that as well. All right, so I'm going to flip this over. And I had these pockets that I started, and I'm thinking that maybe this one could go here. And I've got this one that's pink. What if, I'm looking, trying to decide, okay, if this one goes there, what if we put this one going up and down so we could put stuff in going that way? What do you think? You like that? This is the flip out portion. So we could put stuff in there, and then we'll have a pocket down there. All right, so those we're going to take to the sewing machine and stitch in a moment. And then I have this little pocket that I started. It's another gel print. And I think maybe we could go right up to that corner. Let me fold it just so we can see what it looks like. Okay, oh, got to get it straight. So if this was to go here, and we could put a journal card in there, we could also put a smaller pocket there. This little piece, we could put it right here to hold a little journal card. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold that up just so I know where that edge is. Okay, and then we're going to stitch. So we got this sewing lamb, and I'm going to stitch on all of these in just a moment. Let me see what else I can do. We used this piece over here. That's fallen out, but that's okay. But if this piece is over here as a pocket, whatever size we make, then it's far enough away, because when you put other pages in between, you're not going to come to this immediately. If you're a person that wants to spread out patterns or repetitive things, that's one way to do it. Even if you put it on the same page, meaning on the same piece of paper, but on the other side, it won't be seen for a little bit. This is my dragonfly kit, Diane. That's my Dancing Dragonflies kit. And then the dragonfly paper is from Dancing Dragonflies. Dancing Dragonflies. And then Norella has some fussy cut dragonfly images. Yeah, Norella just pulled it up. Okay, so I think I want this to be a long, narrow pocket. So I'm going to trim this down to, let's make it 2.5 inches. Okay. And I'm going to grab a strip of paper because I kind of cut this earlier. So I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, fix the corner that I broke. Okay, so I'm just kind of fixing that so I actually have the full length of my pocket piece. So I'll cut that off, and cut that off. All right, so I have this piece and I have a couple others. Let's go to the sewing machine. Gotcha. No problem, thank you. All right, so let's go to the sewing machine. Got the sewing lamb out, and we're gonna sew some more. Exactly, Amanda. You know, usually, if you have a piece of paper that you're like, I'm not that, too big of a thrill, you cut it down to a smaller piece. You can layer something over the top of it. Let's pretend that this cluster went that way. You know, if we had a pocket like this, then in a sense you're covering up that ugly piece. I may change my mind. I may put that this way. Let me see if that'll work. I may end up having to put it over here because it's too close to this edge to put a pocket behind it. But we may need to put another piece. So what if we did that on top of it? It shows up a little better. So let's add some stitches. Add some stitches. Here we go to the sewing lamb cam. All right, so since I got these pieces ready to go, I'm just going to open up the tabs and then stitch around them. I need to just spend an hour or so cutting up paper and turning it into just simple pockets, just like I've got here, out of gel prints, scrapbook paper, book pages, digital images from Calico Collage, because, that's the only person I use. And then they can be all different sizes. It doesn't matter about the color or the patterns, especially if I'm doing an eclectic journal. I can just use what I have. I may add another piece of paper to this one. Let's see here. I'm thinking that I should glue another piece of paper just so this is a little bit taller. So I'm going to grab my glue. Maybe do I want it to go this way? I know, I think I want it to go with the stripes going up and down. So I'm going to glue this down and let it set for a moment before I try to cut it. So I've done it like that. So I'm going to cut this part off. I'm going to leave a little bit extra out here so that we can still see that pattern. So let's see if I go, let's do about 1 inch. And then let's cut this piece off. So here's where we are so far. I guess I could come back over here. Let's go main. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this piece and fold it part way back, just a smidge. And then I'll glue this piece down here. Now I glued these together. So what I'm going to do is go to the sewing machine. I'm going to stitch here and maybe even go all the way out to the edge so that I have this little piece that I can use, okay? Does that make sense? Oh, did Hercules beat you again? No one won. He can be a little stinker, you know that, right? Oh no, that's not what I want. Go back. My computer. Okay. Okay. So that one should be drying. Let's do this one now. Did I go back? I didn't hit the button. There we go. Left no one. Hercules is a stinker sometimes. He was not happy that we were gone on vacation. If y'all didn't know, January in our daytime business, or our business is rather slow because we're usually inundated with orders from October through Christmas, especially when we're embellishing things because we do custom embroidery. So in January, when it all dies down, that's when we go on vacation, and we do it again sometimes in September. So we got very lucky for New Year's. Henry got an amazing deal to go on a cruise, and it just worked out really awesome. And then he also had an offer to go the end of January. So we went on technically 3 cruises this month, because the one that started in January, or no, December 31st, went through like January the 5th or 6th. I don't remember what day it was. It was a week, 8 days. And then the next cruise we got on in January, and the end of the month, right before our wedding anniversary, and it was a 4-day cruise. But we signed up for what they call as a back-to-back cruise. We didn't have to change cabins, so basically everybody else got off the ship, and then they take us to an area on the ship to get all of our travel documents in order, and then we just went back to our vacation. Just, you know, it was just a little bit of a time away from our vacation, but not much. And then we continued our cruise, which was another 5 days, and we went to Cozumel 2 times, and we love Cozumel, so it just worked out timing wise for us. And it was the first time we've ever done a back-to-back cruise. We were supposed to have done one in 2022, but that's when they were testing for COVID, and I didn't feel sick, but the last day of the cruise when they tested me, I had COVID last year, so we didn't get to do that, but we got to this time, and we really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and I like that, you know, we got to go back to a place that we really enjoy more than once, and we just had fun, you know, hanging out and eating lots of good food. They have a theater, I guess you could say, where they do productions. So they'll do kind of like a Broadway style production. All right, so I'm gonna go right in here. That they designed themselves. A lot of it has music that we all enjoy. One of them they called Flick, which is about different types of genres of music and movies that they share. Music from movies. So that was kind of cool. They had a comedy club on the ship as well. So we got to go to the comedy club and hang out for a little bit. Okay, that's how that piece turned out. All right, so all of them have stitches on them. So let's go back over here. It was a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of neat people. They have a casino on board. That's mainly the reason why we get to go cruising, is because we gamble in the casino on a cruise ship. And that's just because, you know, we enjoy. All right, do I want to do it? No, I need to go like that. Like that. Okay. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this. And And so because we gamble on the cruise ship, we get some really amazing deals that we will take. It may not be the top tier room on the ship, but it's good enough. The room that we had this time was a different shape than we're used to, and it was right behind an elevator. So we were really worried that we wouldn't like it because of elevator noise, but it wasn't bad at all. I have a little speaker that I bring with us, and I will put some what I call sleeping music, which is kind of a real soft little melody and the sounds of the ocean waves, because we didn't have a window. We were an interior room. And I didn't notice the noises from the ship. We have had other rooms where when the ship is pulling into port, when they start slowing down and then they use thrusters to move the ship back and forth in order to navigate where they need to go, and it would shake our entire room. I didn't feel any of that this time. It was so nice not to have to worry or feel all of that. All right, so I put that piece there. And what did I decide? Okay, what did I decide? Oh my gosh, where'd that piece of paper go? I just moved it. Seriously, Linda? Where is it? I had that cluster. All right, it's time to rearrange a few things here. Because oh, here it is. I found it. It was stuck. All right, so we were going to put this cluster on here, and it's going right there. How's that? So I'm going to fold these in. All right, so you liking this project? Do you see where I'm going with it? Now, you don't have to make as many pages as I have that are going to be decorated. My thought on this particular journal was, because it's so big, it's difficult to flip a page out and write, because it's going to be kind of wonky and all the textures you're going to have. So I wanted to make all the writing space removable. That was my thought anyway. All right, so I think I'm going to put this piece on here. So I'm going to glue down this edge. And then we'll make this another tuck spot. All right, so then we're going to go like that. Okay. And then this piece can go right here. I may move it up. I think it looks better up there. That's going to go on the other page. And I think we're going to put that one there, or are we going to put that one there? Okay, the blue one. Okay. The blue one. I know, I've already changed my mind. See, if I was not doing a live, I would take pictures of the page before I removed everything, or I would only do one thing at a time. But I'm trying to save a little bit of time with y'all by sewing. Thank you, Amanda Dawn, for our donation. I greatly appreciate your support. Oh yeah, Julie, here's some of that thread that I put on that cluster. Paper goblins. There's a bunch of paper. Oh, I just knocked the bead off that was on that. Let's see if I can make it go back. All right, go in there. That was just barely glued in. It's a little bead. Okay, that looks good there. All right. So we decided that this one can go here, right? Up and down, so we can put something in there. See, I remembered. You love how it's, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you love it. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Amanda, I didn't have any problems. I don't know how you would think you would get sick unless you are prone to motion sickness. The way our room was set up, when the ship rocked, instead of us rolling us side to side, it went from head to toe, just because this room had a weird configuration, and the bed was actually, our head was to the front of the ship and our feet were at the aft of the ship. So it was kind of interesting. We weren't really sure how we were going to like it, but it turned out that we did, and I would use that room again. So I kind of told Henry, I said, if we go back on that class of a ship, if they have that room available, let's get it. All right, so I'm going to make sure I'm not too far over. So I'm thinking right about there. How's that? We're just kind of putting this together as I go, so I think this piece would look good down here. I'm going to move it over just a smidge so we're not covering up our birdie. But you know, I went ahead and I sprayed, if you're talking about other sicknesses, I went ahead and sprayed down the entire room with a disinfectant, and I brought Lysol wipes to wipe down the room. I know that they do a pretty good job cleaning the room, but just in case, maybe the last person that left the room. Okay, am I back live? I'm getting Junkie Joe back up, so I can't see you typing to me yet. My computer locked up. I think that's the issue. I have internet. It says I have internet. I was having internet issues earlier today, so I rebooted my computer in preparation of making sure everything was good. I even rebooted my router, and apparently my computer's still locked up. So I'm gonna have to contact the company. Y'all still with me? All right, looks like it's connected. Yay, I'm back, I'm back. Thank you. All right, I'm typing in the... All right, so I'm gonna open back up the giveaway. So we're going to open the giveaway. I have, looks like I got 4 people in there for a little packet of ephemera. So if you would like to get this little packet of ephemera, just enter !raffle. All right, I think we're back. All right, I think I just got a message from, all right, Diane, thank you. Yes, I'm back, I'm back. Okay, got this one glued down, got that one glued down. So it can be drying for a moment. And let's flip this over. And I think this one will look good going across the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and smooth it out. And I think I see a journal that I can put in this pocket. So I think I want to put it like that. So I want to be able to see some of this, you know, not covering up every single bit. Yes, I'm still here. No, I don't know. Sylvia's still here? Thank y'all for being patient with my computer when it has issues. I know it's not the computer. It has to be the software that I'm using. And they're having an issue with it. I need to update it probably again. All right, I'm just kind of putting that in. I like using these gel prints. Okay, I think, oh, that's funny because it's the same pattern. So this is a little folio that I made during one of my last live streams, and it's another mixed media Frankenpage looking thing. And this is one of Norella's fussy cut animals. I think she called them vintage animals, Victorian animals maybe. And there's some unicorns. This is a rubber stamp, some fabric, a doily. And then on the inside I made a little pocket, and then I've covered a piece of oversized postcard with some gel print and scraps of paper stamped on here for writing space. Another one of Norella's images. I added some embellishment here, and I think, oh, here's the pages in case you wanted to know. This is a page that I rolled my brayer off on. This is a mop-up page, scrapbook paper. This is paper that I dyed with Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist. You like the dragonflies? Those from the Dragonfly, Dancing Dragonfly kit. It's a digital or a physical kit that you can get in my shop. And then here is Don't Forget to Fly, another pocket. And then this ties shut. Get that like so. And then this will fit right in my pocket here, okay? And then I just want to put a little embellishment on top of here. Maybe some words. We've got some more dragonflies. I could put that dragonfly across that way since we're kind of mimicking the dragonfly behind. And how about, I've got this one that says, today is full of possibilities. Just to add a little bit of decoration to that page. What do you think? I love all the layers. I don't know what y'all are thinking about them, but I like the layers. And return. He came back to you, Lori. That's funny. The bot loves you. Okay. So let's put this guy. This is one of Norella's fussy cut dragonflies. All right, and then we'll put this piece. Let's kind of put it right there. What do you think? Love it. Thank you, Julie. Okay. I like that. So now we need to put something in these pockets, and then we need to put something in these pockets, and maybe even add some more embellishments on the page. So let's start over here. I saw a journal card that I made the other day. I've got a tutorial that I need to finish. Oh, I have these too. Okay, let's pull this out. Let's see what I got in here. So this was a journal card that I've got a tutorial that I've got to finish editing that I made, and I thought that would be pretty. It's just got the birdie on the back. And then I have, oh yes, I have some postcards. These are just plain. So I just did my postcard stamp on a piece of cardstock, so I could just stick that down in here for a little bit of some journaling space. And I know I saw some calico collage journal cards. I think that one's too big, but I think I saw some smaller ones. Maybe I put them in here. I just kind of grabbed a bunch of things that I thought would go with the colors and whatnot. Some of these are projects that were left over. So I grabbed those and stuck them in here. Oh, this one might fit. That would fit in here, wouldn't it? And it barely sticks out, so I like that. So it can't be any bigger than that. I have a piece of manila cardstock, and I can trim that one. So I may trim that one just to be a little bit shorter. I also have this one. Maybe I'll do this instead. Just stick that in there. So you got a little bit of layers going on. Put this one over here. Okay. So we got a little bit there. We could put another embellishment over here. So maybe another one of these. Let me see if I've got one going in the right direction. That's another cluster. I think it's too much of the same color on top of it. But I do have some of Norella's fussy cut images. They are also in a little folder here. Here we go. I've got these little images. Oh, this one's kind of pretty. I got So She Did, or I've just got this blue. And we could just glue that directly down onto the page. Just as an embellishment. And then let's grab a word. How about follow your heart? Maybe I'll get another piece of paper to put behind that. All right, is everybody with me? All right, see you later, Norella. Thanks for stopping by. thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. I feel so privileged. Maybe that little teal. All right, so what if I were to cut a little piece? Yeah. All right, so this is about 1 1/4 inches. So if I made it 1 3/4 inch, yep, that'll work like that. Put that back in my bin. And then we're gonna come over here. I think 2 1/4 inches would be good. Again, this was just using some scraps. Okay, how about that? Follow your heart. Does that look good? All right, so let's put some distress inks on this piece and glue it together. Time for a raffle already? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna do a raffle here in just a few minutes, and since I'm not doing a full journal raffle today, what we're gonna do is I've got another one of these little folio pieces that I made, so I will raffle that off. So y'all enter the raffle if you haven't already. All right, I'm gonna put this piece right about there. And then we'll glue these two pieces together. Okay. How's that? Like that. Nice collage. I don't know, something about adding words, sentiments to journal pages makes me happy. So if you don't have the rubber stamps, this is Follow Your Heart rubber stamp. You could write the words out. You can find them online and print them out. So don't feel like you have to stamp everything. All right, let's pick a winner. Okay, that's what we'll do. All right, so the winner of the little Fussy Cut ephemera packet, it's pretty thick too, is Cricket. That's 2 in a row for you today. Congratulations. Whoop, whoop. All right, we're going to reset this, go like this, and go here and go 1 mixed media folio journal. All right, open giveaway. All right, so this will be the last giveaway of the, oops, got the wrong screen. The last giveaway of the live stream today. These are folios, kind of like the one that I showed over here. They're the same concept, and I will show you the inside of them later so we can finish working. So y'all enter the raffle. All right, what else do I want to put on here? I feel like I need another layer of something behind here. And I've got some scrapbook paper. I also have some of Norella's digital papers. And I'm thinking maybe if I made it a little bit of a bigger journal card to go behind here. So, what do I have that I can use? Here we go. I've got this paper. It's cardstock. I think what I want to do is measure. So that's my pocket. So if I make this 4 1/4 inches wide, that would be a good size of a journal card, right? All right, so let's look at this and see. All right, if I stick that back here, oh, that makes a good size, I think. So what I want to do is look at this and decide if I cut that off, I could actually come down a little bit. Let's see what happens. If I bring it down just a little bit and then cut it, it gets both of those butterflies. And it creates more scraps. Don't we love that? All right, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to line that up. I'll glue this together. We're going to go to the sewing machine too. So I'm going to glue this together. I'm going to move that out of the way for a moment. Slide up out of the way. All right, so I want to put this in this corner. I think that's right. Yes. Smooth it out. All right, so let's cut this off now. That'll be, oh, I still ended up cutting it off. Bummer, I didn't have it down far enough, but that's okay. But see, that'll look really pretty. Of course, now I can't get it to go down in the thing, but why aren't you cooperating with me? I know I didn't make it too wide. There we go. That'll look good with those layers. All right, let's put some distress inks on that, and then we'll go to the sewing machine. Is Junkie Joe's brother? Yes, of course. Oh my gosh. Typos are so funny. I think I've told the story of when I was a newsletter editor for the Oklahoma Square Dance Association. And one of the square dance callers' names was Myron. And I did a spell check on my document before I sent it to the printer, and my computer changed Myron to moron. And it didn't just do it once, it did it like 3 times because his name was mentioned several times. So I had to print an apology and send that out to everybody because he was mortified. He was actually mad. And I was like, I'm sorry, it was a typo. It was so by mistake. I did not mean it. I am so sorry. But I don't think he ever forgave me for it. So typos can hurt. Can't believe I did all that work to cut this, but ended up messing up. Oh well. All right, so I got that sewed. So let's add a little bit something else to it. Okay, how about maybe some more words, I think? Let's see what I've got here. How about keeping it really simple? I've got one that says love yourself that was on a scrap. And just put that. Doesn't need a whole lot of embellishment. Let's glue this one down. Just adding a little bit more writing space that can be removed. You could also use these to give as a gift to someone. You know, keep this book full of thingies that you want to pass along. I think I'll put this one here. Just where it's peeking out just a smidge. So we get all those layers. How's that? All right, this guy goes over here, but I'm having an issue with him staying in the pocket. So I'm thinking that I need an altered paper clip to keep him in place. And I have a few that I made. So let me see if there's one that would fit our needs, but I don't see one there. Okay, I need one that comes from the side. That comes from the wrong side. That doesn't have anything on it. That's a pocket. Oh, I need to put that over here. Well, I thought I had an altered paper clip already made that would fit my needs, but since I don't, I'm looking to see if I were to put a paper clip on this so that it would hold Maybe that's what we'll do, because this one's going from the top, so that won't work. Oh, there's some more words I haven't used yet. That's coming from the top. All right. So maybe we'll do just a simple altered paper clip using some fabric. Because I haven't used any fabric yet, really. So let's do that. So what color fabric do we want to use? I've got some purple here. Would a little piece of purple be pretty? If this was stuck on here and then this was coming out, or should we do a different color? Let's see what else I have in here. I think I need to cut some more strips. Ah, here's a pink. Maybe a little bit of that pink instead. I think the pink is what we want. All right, let's do that. So what I'm going to do is take a little piece of this fabric, and on the closed end, the single end of this paper clip, I'll pull it through and flatten it out. And I'll take my scissors. I'm going to go to the sewing machine here in just a moment. Sewing lamb. And put this back in my bin. I'm going to stitch right across the top here, just for a little bit of an embellishment on the page, okay? You still got your gel printing stuff out from yesterday, Julie? Well, if you don't have to go to work right away, go play. I know it's early morning for Julie, so I just stitched on that. Oh, sometimes my automatic cutter doesn't cut perfectly, so I have to grab some scissors. But there is the altered paper clip, just simple. So it can be two-sided, if you will. If you want to add other embellishments, you can, but I was going to keep this one pretty flat. All right, so this is going to help hold so that when I flip this over, it doesn't fall out, okay? And if there was another journal card behind it, we could do that as well. And I saw some smaller cards. Oh, here's some more altered paper clips I forgot about. I already had some. Huh. Okay, let's put them right there. Didn't I see? Oh, I've got this train check. Let's put that right here. Oh, that works out pretty good. That's a rubber stamp that I have in my shop, and I stamped it on a printed page so that I could have some pattern behind it. Okay. I'm just turning over my scraps so I could see if there's anything. So like this one, I'll save. I have a little Ziploc bag that I put strips in. And then I'll take a few minutes oh, I just realized my camera's way over here. Every once in a while, I will get them out and then stamp on them and create that little folder or pocket of stamped sentiments. Okay. This is gonna be fluffy, fluffy, very, very fluffy. I just realized this was crooked. All right, so let's go like this. We've got this journal card here with a little bit of decoration. So we have two more spaces that we need to work on. I need some water. Oh, that works. Okay. And we have something here. That was just some paper that I had. Maybe it doesn't go, but I'm going to try a couple others and see. Yeah, this one's too much color, I think. I think that doesn't go. Not today. But I do have like this. This is from I think it's from the Songbirds kit that Norella made. And that could be put in there. I think we need something else down here. Another pocket, you know, and I saw one and I stuck it over here. This is one I made a while back. That might look kind of pretty to put it down here. So we have a pocket up there with some things and then another one down here. I think that'll work. It's so petable. Yes, I agree. Making it petable. I think I want to make a giant pocket on the next, on another page, so that I can put a full-size 8.5 by 11 flat journal in it. Okay, I like that. Creating some more embellishment on here. Let's see if I've got something that... I've got a little unicorn image I could paste on the page. What else do I have here? Did that fit in there? I took some of Norella's journal pages and printed them as like 4x6 images, and that'll fit in there. So I just need a card. Let's see if it will fit on here. Nope. What else do we have here? Got some brown. Here's another ivory piece. I think I'll cut it to fit exactly. You don't mind being fluffy? Just like a kitty. Fluffy kitty. All right, so I'll go ahead and cut this. I just printed them on copy paper. Maybe that's why I should tell Norella that some of the kits she could work on adding smaller images of the pages for this type of a project. All right, so if I did this right, this should fit. If I did this right, did I get it? Come on now. That's what I thought. It's catching somewhere. What are you catching on? Is it down here at the bottom? Yes. Okay, now I know it will fit. So I'm going to glue these together. I think I'm going to do the next couple of days, I'm going to sit down and make a bunch of just simple pockets. Just make a stack of them. And then I can work on maybe some journal cards, some random things, just make a batch of 3 or 4 of different styles. And then I can use those to put into all my pockets. All right, we're going to stitch this later, but for right now, I just want to stick it in this pocket if it'll work for me. Come on, cooperate. Is that what's going on? It's missing my gusset. There we go. So I'll stitch around the edges of that, and that'll look pretty good. And I'm thinking putting this little guy there. I think he needs a little pattern behind him. I have some more of this pink. I can go this way with it. That'll be good. It may need one more layer, don't you think, to go right around to make a little frame. So let's cut this first and see what it looks like. So maybe about 3 1/4. Stick that over here. What else do I have? Oh, I've got this darker purple piece. Kind of like that layers. See that? All right, so what I'm going to do is line this up. Okay, I need it to be about like that. So maybe this will be a little less than 2 inches. Save the scrap. And then we'll cut this piece 2 3/4. I think that'll work like that. All right, let's go ahead and put some distress inks on these. You know what? We should sew it. I'm sewing the others. This needs something on it, doesn't it? Maybe I'll find another fussy cut image of Norella's to stick on there. Okay, I think that'll look really good there. So maybe, just maybe, what if we stuck that on there? Maybe put a word over it as well. Pardon me. Trying to clear back some stuff on my desk here. My pile is getting thick. Yeah, it needed the frame. Yeah, I think was a good idea. Okay, let's put that on here. And then I'll glue this one on top. So I think what I'll do is just spend the next few minutes just kind of adding a few little things here and there. We'll do the raffle for the last thing. And I think I want to add some stitches to that. So what I may do is sew just right here where the unicorn image is, the frame. And I don't think I want to stitch on the outside edge, but I think that'll be pretty if I just glue that down right here. And then I think I want to glue this one to this journal card that I started. More scraps! Yeah, we just love making scraps, don't we? We're just scrap happy. I think I need a little bit of a book page. Let me see what I've got laying here. Because if I put this here, do we want just a little strip of a book page peeking out? Come on now, go into there. I could use a colored strip. I've got, we used this purple a while ago. I think another little strip of this purple would be better. All right, did we lock up again? I don't see any more chatting. All right, I'm gonna let's make it a 1-inch strip. And I'll line that up. Put that in there. And I think what I want to do is kind of line this up, and I'll cut it. Yep, that'll work. Oh, I may need to cut it a little bit shorter. So let's cut just a smidge off. Just a smidge. And then put that here. Oh, I cut too much. Oh well, I think I'll just kind of do it like that. I could do this. I could cut some of this off. And then I'll make it just a smidge shorter. Okay, I'm still good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How about like that? So we're still using that same purple that we used down here, just in small amounts. All right, let's add some distress inks. And we'll glue these together. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue just so I can kind of position this where I think I want it. Okay, that works. And then we'll glue this whole thing down. like so. So this is some really bright, vivid scrapbook cardstock that I've had in my stash for a while, but I was like, you know, I need to use it. So by pairing it with a digital image, we're making a nice little collage of color here. All right, so I think we need a sentiment on here. All right, you need popcorn. Well, let's see what we can find. I have follow your soul, love flows quietly, choose to shine. Let's do love flows quietly. I like that one. Thank you, Suzanne, for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. You are so sweet, so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do I want to put it at the top or the bottom? It's going to be covered up a little bit, or I could put it over here so it'll be sticking out a little bit. Let's do that. Pardon me. All right, I'm going to put this right, kind of cover that a little bit. See, I could have got away with not cutting that down, but that's okay. Okay, like that. What do you think? So this was something that I started a while back. It's a piece of scrapbook paper over an oversized postcard that I got in the mail. And I put a little pocket over here. And I thought, well, maybe we can find a little something to put on the front of that. We got the Fussy Cuts images. I've got another one of Norella's wildflowers. I'm thinking maybe now I need a tall, skinny one. Oh, here's some birdies. So if we did a birdie and then did maybe a little bit of some, you know, I'm using the same paper, but adding the color. And it's just a touch of it that you'll see. What do you think? Making a little collage like that. Kind of like it. I think I'm going to glue these two together. And what I'm going to do next is leave this to stitch later. But I think I want to stitch on here just for decorative purposes. Some stitches around the edge here, maybe even right here, I don't know. And then glue that down. And then I'll have to make a journal card to put inside and maybe put a piece of paper. I've got some coffee dye paper. I'm going to get one out. And maybe I'll put some coffee dye paper over here. If I do a couple of pieces and you can flip it up, then you can have kind of like a notepad maybe. So that's what I think I'm going to do. What do you think? Okay. You like it? You like what I did? So I'm going to set this aside for a moment since it's not technically in there, but here's what it looks like so far. And I know that was just one page set. So I'm going to do a lot more of these. I think this is a lot of fun. It's a great way to use up all of my scraps and make journal cards out of pieces and just kind of collage different elements. Those mini journals or folios will come in handy here. Yes, it's going to be fluffy. And then we've got these pieces. I'm going to stitch around this. I'm going to stitch around that. I'll add some embellishment here. I'll finish that journal card to go over here, and I'll maybe make another little embellishment like that to go over here. I hope you like it. All right, so I'm going to move this aside and let's do the last raffle. So I'm going to pick a winner, and you need to tell me, do you want the unicorn or the flowers of this little folio that I made? Yeah, folio. So I've used some mixed media papers, and this is one of Norella's images. Rubber stamp. This is a gel print in the background, gel print, and direct-to-paper, and some of them are digital copies of those papers. On the inside, I used some mop-up paper in the background with a Norella's fussy cut images here and here. Rubber stamp, rubber stamp. Another one of Norella's images. I think this is from the Amarillo Rose kit. And then this was a piece that I printed of Norella's. I'm not sure what kit that is from. And I put some fabric. This is a gel print. And then I had some line journal paper that was scrapbook paper, and I just put that on the back and then put journal to cover up the back of the sewing where I put the lace and fabric. Then this was scrapbook paper, mop-up paper, Tattered Angel dyed paper, repeats. And then over here is a mixed media paper in the background with one of Norella's. They stamped beautiful inside the label stamp, stitched around that. And this is another one of Norella's images from the Amarillo Rose. That goes over here. Fussy cut images from Norella. This is one of Norella's wildflower images. That was a full journal page that I printed as a 4x6 photo and then cut it. So that's actually supposed to be a journal page that's 8.5 tall by 5.5 wide, and then there's been another half. Inside here I've got a journal card that Norella made for my Artful kit. So if you have that digital download, you'll have that. It's one of my gel prints in the background, and she used some little birdies. This is my library card number 2, rubber stamped on some cardstock. Another mop-up paper. And this is a gel print down here, and it's stamped. Actually, this is, yeah, that's a gel print. Stamped on it and did some words. Another scrapbook paper, mop-up paper, Tattered Angels dyed paper. Go back to the other side. And then this is another journal card from the Artful kit. It's a gel print in the background, and Norella put the images on there. All right, so I'm going to pick a winner, and you tell me which one you want, unicorn or flowers. I'm going to get my little notepad so I can write down my note. Who won? Tell me which one you want when I call your name. Are you ready? Pardon me. All right, I got to go here and say pick winner. And the winner is da-da-da-da. Eric, congratulations. Let me know which one that you would like. Let me get my pen. So I thank you so very much. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to continue this next Monday. I've already got it scheduled, but we can unschedule that. And you would rather me do some heart ephemera journal cards, journal pages, just in honor of Valentine's Day, regardless if you have a sweetheart, maybe you just like hearts. So if that's something you would want me to do, leave a comment below in this video, and I will work on one or the other for next Monday. I've also got a couple of tutorials. I had to get the right person's name. Robin has been helping me write the blog posts for those. I got the videos edited, and so I got the supply list ready, so now I can publish those. I think there's 3 of them coming up, and then I've got another tutorial on making journal cards with rubber stamps and images that I'll be sharing soon as I get it edited. Alrighty. Did she say which one she wanted? Let me go back. All right, continue, Cricket says. I think Eric had to leave, so I may send her a message. She may want the unicorn. Maybe. I'm not sure. It depends. They. I'm sorry. I need to call them they. You want me to continue? Okay, good, good, good. Well, I've got it scheduled, so please continue. I think we've got the most of the, everybody's saying continue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, well, y'all have an amazing rest of your day. We'll continue on next week. Be on the lookout for some tutorials that I have finished, and we'll get those going. What else? I'll do a tutorial on how I'm going to do the cover, which I think I'm going to do with fabric. I may print some more fabric. So be on the lookout for that. What else? I think that's it. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate your support. Y'all are amazing people. Y'all have an amazing week. Do something creative. Do something kind. You know, I feel that if we are just kind at least to one person, and then they are kind to one person, before you know it, it just blooms, and everyone is being kinder to each other. Y'all have a great week, and I love you lots. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.